Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are going to be continuing the module short story narrations for the various operators in Arknights. And in today's story, we're going to be looking at the short story for operator Franka. Now, I was going over the recent additions to the modules and seeing who I maybe already have either on specific level that is required to open up the module, or who was maybe close by. And I saw Franka's file and I was like, maybe. You know what? Why not? The anime is currently going. She is pretty much represented in the anime in the current story. So why not? Why not do Franka? It's been a while. And she also had her operator record added to the game very recently. I think it's been like, what, 2 months approximately or something like that. And yeah, so why not? I was pretty much curious. What I will say, however, the module's short story is pretty much from her perspective alone, brings pretty much characterization to the character itself, and might be slightly out of left field if you know nothing about her as a character, considering how, well, little she appears in the main story in general, and the main story in general doesn't really tell us much about the character's background and stuff outside of the fact that she is infected. So what I will recommend right now is to go and read the operator record that was added that I just mentioned, linked in the description of the video or at the end of the video on screen. However you want. That one brings quite a lot of background knowledge to Franka, which was quite needed, I'll say. But regardless of that, let's get into her first off as a unit. For basically a dreadnought unit like the many other dreadnoughts in the game. Pretty high HP, pretty high attack, blocks only 1 unit. And despite the fact that this is a 5-star that was with the game pretty much since launch, I believe. I think she was one of the OG 5-stars with the game, or should be, right? Yeah. She is. But despite all of that, apparently I have never received many duplicates. Somehow this character keeps avoiding the pulls, but interesting, I guess. But regardless outside of that, when it comes to her talents, first off, with the module, she receives pretty much like Scotty, a 115% attack increase for anything that she is blocking, meaning that it's pretty much doubling her attack by itself. And passively, she has a 20% chance to ignore all of the target's defense, which is a low chance, but it's decent with her attack speed. Now, what makes the talent amazing is her second skill, which doesn't require much energy to be used. It does make her an absolute glass cannon, reducing her defense to 0, but boosting her attack up and increasing the chance of the skill proccing by 2.5 times is amazing. And as I've opened this module and actually used her in combat just to see how well it does with the extra attack increase, oh boy, that is damage. But outside of that, the module also gives her a nice flat 150 HP increase plus 60 attack. Pardon, I almost said percent there. But yeah, outside of it, I can't really comment too much. Usually I comment on the design of these things, but this is pretty much a how would you call it? This is pretty much a industrial looking machine. That's all I can tell you. It's apparently a cutting edge termite unit, meaning that it is working conjecture with her sword being a termite sword. But yeah, that's all I can tell you. It's a pretty much industrial machine. It looks almost like a generator or something. But let's get into the story, shall we? So like I said, the module itself and the short story are titled Cutting Edge Termite Unit, but the story itself will be from the perspective of Franka. So, let's begin. 10th routine physical examination. Oripathy prognosis is stable. Originium arts have improved due to disease progression, and the new arts unit prepared beforehand has been loaded. Subsequently, Termite Blade's power will be greatly increased. Well, looking at things this way, Originium only sucks when it acts up and hurts a lot, but other than that, it doesn't get in the way of my life, and can even help me in battle. Isn't that pretty decent? Maybe that's what I'll tell the teacher's pet the next time I see her. Can't wait to see what kind of face she makes. Wonder how she'd even respond to that. Your health isn't some kind of game. What's so decent about that? You're actually going to die. Sheesh. What's the big deal anyway? You only live once, right? So why not enjoy it? Didn't you say you wanted to go travel across the world? With Oripathy? Yeah, about that travel planner, I'm not gonna get to check off a lot of things from my bucket list. It sucks that I didn't even make it through a 10th of my list before getting sick, and some of the places still on it don't welcome the infected at all. The vast tundras of Ursus, Londinium's eclectic manners, Lithanian's concert halls, Casimir's Knights tournament arenas, the thousand of foul beasts sweeping across Sargon's deserts. I wanted to see all of them, with her. Might as well cross them out now. Geez, why am I thinking about all these things anyway? It's all because of that teacher's pet. I listen to her nagging too much. Even when she's not here, I can hear her voice in my head. Stop thinking about these things. Let's keep those plans after all. Rhode Island is still moving forward, so I have to keep moving forward. Maybe one day, just maybe, those places will open their doors to welcome the infected. So yeah, pretty much the story is from Franka's perspective, inner thoughts and all of that, bringing a bit more character to the character, showing her that she is definitely regretful about things that happen, or is definitely thinking about what has happened, but is not really letting it fully weight her down, but is trying to potentially find a way to live with it. And even thanks to Rhode Island, has a sliver of hope that she will be able to achieve some of the things she set out to do. But like I said, if you want more characterization to her and see where she's coming from, and a bit of a glimpse towards her past, do go ahead and watch the operator record. That will better connect to what you just heard in this little short story. And outside of that, what I'll say is, considering the anime as I'm recording this is still ongoing, and if you by chance haven't heard that, yes, there is an Arknights anime that is happening right now, go and watch it on any of the streaming platforms it's on. You can literally find that very easily through a Google search. The anime is great. It brings the atmosphere. The music so far that I've heard in it is very original. I think some of them are remixes of actual existing themes that are in the game, but the majority of the soundtrack was specifically made for the anime. And you know, the old meme for Hypergriff, it's not a music company. It's absolutely not a music company, right? Wink. But yeah, anyway, this will be it for today's episode. I do have another module short story prepared already for episode soon enough, which will be Eunectus. But for now, this will be it. So, I hope you have a fantastic day as always, and I will see you in the next episode. Until then, bye bye.